Okay, let's get started. 2 strands of that. And pull. Careful not to get it too much knotted. Doesn't matter which one of these you pick or which are around because it's felt, so it's all the same. Put it through. Wrap the thread around your needle. So you want this pulled tight. And there you go. 1 French knot. Next one. Up. Round the needle 3 times. Pull this taut. Near to the hole. Go back in. Keep that pull taut. And through. And then you just need to finish this off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it through there and just tie that in a knot on that side. And then I'm going to do it again, make sure it's nice and secure. Cut it off, leave a little bit of space, probably about 1 centimetre or so, just so it doesn't unravel. And if you find that, if you're finding those French knots too hard, you can just do a little satin stitch. And the satin stitch is where you do like a running stitch, so up and then back down, and then another one slightly longer and up and back down, and then again next to it. So you've got like 3 little running stitches next to each other. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to take a little pencil and I'm going to just draw on a little smile, so I've got something to follow. And what I'm not going to use running stitch, I'm going to use a back stitch because it makes a continuous line. So once you've got your needle through, what we're going to do for back stitch, we're going to start off as if we're doing a running stitch, so go down and then come up again. We've got 1 little stitch there, and then instead of keep going, I'm just going to go back in to the end of the previous stitch and then bring it up again further along the line. So what this is going to do is going to make a continuous line without any holes. Okay, so I'm halfway through a stitch here. Gone in at the end of the previous stitch and then up again, so it's an equal length. And then we go down on the last stitch and then come back up again. Right, so there we go. Now I want to put little ends on, so I'm just going to do that now. Okay, so I'm just going to go a little way through the felt. Not enough so it shows on the other side, but enough so it's catching through the loop, and then pull gently, and then we do the same again. So we've got 2 knots, and all I'm going to do here is I'm going to weave my thread through the back of my back stitch a little way so it's not loose like the other one. So I've got my 2 stripes here. You can take the smaller one. It's a little bit curved, this one, so I'm going to put it so it curves that way. Pull my needle up. And then I'm just going to angle it diagonally so it goes like that. And then, once that's done, I can pull my needle up to vertically directly below my first stitch, and then pull it diagonally that way so it makes a little cross. When you get to the pin, just before you get to it, just take it out, put it down, and that'll hold it in place so you can just continue on. And you just do this exactly the same as you did the other one. Okay, so I finished my little bee with his stripes in his face. So I've just got the wings and I've put them on the other piece, the back piece. So I'm just going to start my running stitch here. And then come back down a little way along. So you can do running stitch or you can do back stitch, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to do running stitch. And then I'm going to weave my needle through, going down. So all this does is secure the tail so you're not slipping your fingers through it when you're using the finger puppet. Make sure you're not going through on the other side and just snip it off. Both pieces, your wings and your head. I'm just going to lay the head down. I'm going to take the antenna pieces. I'm going to pop them in the top there. And then I'm going to place that on there so it's inside to inside with the front facing out, because we're going to show our stitches on this one. Alright, line them up. I'm just going to pop a pin through the antennae, keep them in place while I'm working on the rest of it. Just want to make sure we catch those in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between the two pieces. I'm going to take that down so it hides the knot between there. Make sure you can't see the ends of your thread. I'm going to put that really close to where I've just gone through so you can't really see that I've done that. And then I'm just going to use a running stitch. You've got to watch you don't catch the wings in it. So I'm just going to fold that back so that it's not anywhere near where I need to be sewing. Finish it off. Just pop your needle up here a little way and out the side, and her wings are alright. Bee! Happy bee! Busy bee!